Welcome back for the monthly update, and wow, what a view. I tell you what, for the Wednesday after the election, it's about 75 degrees, the leaves are in absolute peak, and to sit out here on a sunny day and look out here over Lake Keowee with that awesome view out to the islands brings up, a couple of things. One, to be able to buy a house that's over 5,000 square feet, where, on this deck that I'm sitting on, and have that kind of view for under $1 million, there's another wow, because that's what this is. Let's talk about the election a little bit. Congratulations to Barack Obama, and no matter who you voted for, I think we can all safely say that I'm glad the election is over, because I was tired of watching the commercials and seeing the politicians try to bash each other, and I think obviously whether your candidate won or didn't win, we need to unite, as John McCain said, and move forward and hopefully get out of this mess that we've been in for a while. There's probably the biggest thing that I've seen is just the confidence or lack of confidence in the market out there, and a lot of folks just don't know what to do with their money because the stock market's up and down, and hopefully it's starting to hit the bottom. Maybe it's hit the bottom. Maybe from now on it'll start heading back up. But again, it does bring in other opportunities. People are out there that can see these opportunities are going to come in, and they're going to pick up these pieces of property like I'm sitting at today that are absolute bargains on the market. And it won't be long, because just like the market did way back in 2004 before it started heading up, you could see it, but boy, it happened quick. And I could watch the hot sheet daily as things were being purchased, and then I go, okay, well, there's a couple more lots at this price range. But once those lots sold, we went into a whole new price range on the lake, and I think that's the same thing you'll see. I believe that a lot of folks are going to kind of sit back through the winter, maybe over the holidays a little bit, but as January rolls in and see the opportunities out here, people are going to start thinking about the spring, the upcoming summer, and they're going to come in here and start buying these properties. You may know a friend or a work colleague, somebody that you're comfortable with, and hey, it's a great time to go in with them. Form an LLC, come in here again and buy these. I've seen this past year a number of people do that, from doctors and lawyers joining together to buy properties, and or just family, friends, or just friends in general. So that's a great avenue on this lake to get something that you can afford. The rental market has been extremely well. So there are homes out here right now that you can pick up, again, great values, and earn rental income, because a lot of people are looking for rental homes right now. So that's something to think about. Right now, again, we're in a time, my wife's grandmother turned 93 the other day. And I looked over at her and I said, you've seen two things in your lifetime that not many people will see. She was 14 years old in 1929 in the Great Depression. So she watched that, she lived through it, and I talked to her a little bit about that. She said times were tough at times. There were things, buying habits were different, and it was just different. I don't know what history will call this one day, what we're going through right now, but obviously this is something that will be in the history books due to what's going on in the economy, the first African-American president elected, so it is certainly a monumental position in history down the road, something we'll talk to our grandkids about, as we move on. But again, the abilities or the options that you have out there are just extraordinary, and you need to take advantage of those. One thing, again, I want to talk about Lake Keowee. About a week and a half ago, it was out on the news that Lake Hartwell shut down all of its public boat ramps, and that is significant. Lake Hartwell is lower than it's ever been. I saw a bridge the other day coming back from Clemson near the stadium, where I was going across the bridge, and I looked out over the water, and I actually saw about that far, I'd say a couple feet out of the water, maybe 3 feet, an old bridge that was actually underwater on Hartwell. And if you look on the shorelines, you can see where the old roads were coming into the lake, where that old bridge was, and obviously it crossed a river many years ago before Hartwell was formed. But that's significant, because why is it significant? Again, look at Lake Keowee. It is a guarantee lake. We always have water in this lake, no matter how much, as far as the drought we're in. This lake is going to always stand up. You got your Lake Lanier's and your Hartwells and Joe Cassie's. These lakes are going to continue to struggle, and that brings value to this property. you go to Hartwell, you might see condominiums and things out there that are in that $200,000 price range and such. Well, if you can't use the lake, what good can that be? So if you want to find a guarantee and find something nice, come to Keowee, buy an interior property, get a deeded boat slip. You know, you can buy those properties in the mid-70s right now, and have that boat slip, which is worth obviously a nice bit of money because those are on deep water. So, you know, a lot of options there. Let's talk about some other things. The Tiger Woods Development Cliffs is offering their first property release this coming Saturday. Ought to be interesting to see what happens there. If you've spent any time out on this lake, you will have seen helicopters flying around because they have been taking clients in the helicopters, flying them over, you know, the different cliffs communities, you know, in anticipation of this opening and trying to get people to understand, you know, what you get. Because again, you buy in that community just like any other one, you get a golf membership, you have access to all those amenities and facilities. So that'll be interesting to see, but we'll have an update on that next month. Again, if you have anything out there that you would like for us to talk about, you can email me at mikeroach@eratopgunsrealty.com, and we'll be glad to get back to you, or just give me a call at 800-682-9098. I look forward to seeing you next month, and again, have great holidays, and go Tigers. Hopefully we'll see who the next coach will be. It may be Stabo Sweeney. I like what he's done so far. Hopefully we can take Florida State down this weekend and continue on that winning path. Again, see you next month.